Hey, and this is where I think the problem really comes into play, is it we see the wounded beast right now. Many times people see the wounded beast because we've been with this same mentality for thousands of years. The mentality of fear, the mentality of punishment, the mentality of punishment as a means to creating a desired effect, which creates fear. And that just multiplies and multiplies and multiplies. And what's the end effect? This wounded beast is a wounded humanity. It's just like you see a wounded dog who's been beaten for years and years in a pound. How's that dog going to be? Is that dog going to be a dog of love, of compassion? No, of course not. It's been beaten. It's a wounded dog. It's only been faced with punishment and with fear. So that's all it has experienced, and that's all it knows. And so people think automatically that if we love the wounded beast, how's the dog in the pound gonna react when you go and face it with love? It's gonna growl at you, or it's gonna be, because it doesn't know anything else. It doesn't know anything better. It doesn't know anything different. Hasn't experienced anything different. So that's why, as a pioneer, it's hard, because no one believes in love anymore. No one believes it can achieve a desired effect. No one believes that. They just believe that punishment can do it, because we have a wounded beast, a wounded humanity that is known, just these. If it's known fear for so long, if it's known punishment for so long, then that's what it knows. But the more you just keep on going with the same, it just gets deeper and deeper, and the dog gets worse and worse in the pound. And so we have to come out of that somehow. It's gonna come, but we have to flip the switch. We gotta flip the switch. We gotta make the change. And someone's gotta start. It's gotta start. And people are already starting it, and it happens on a daily basis, starting it. But it's just not in the culture yet. And the culture has gotten better as far as punishment is concerned, but it's still super ingrained in the culture. It's still super ingrained in the culture, because they don't believe that it can achieve the effects that it can. It doesn't believe that darkness can come into light. And so that's why. There's just that you can't see. You just see darkness will always remain dark. You just see darkness as darkness. You don't see any way out. But darkness is light. Behind the darkness, there's light. There's light in everything. And so I think that's where, because, it's just, this is a product of thousands of years of the same thing. And so things aren't going to change overnight, obviously. But with time, with the change in the seed, and slowly changing culture, the mentality of the culture, then we will see dramatic changes in our world. Unlike anything, we've never seen any dramatic changes in our world because we continue with the same cultural just mindset. But once we change that cultural mindset towards love, towards belief in love, towards the kingdom of God on earth, once we flip the switch, then we're going to start seeing dramatic changes. But the dog is wounded. The dog is wounded. And so you're going to see a lot of negativity back at you. You're not going to see a lot of reactions, positive reactions. You're going to see a lot of wounded reactions. So, good night. See ya.